Oh, so today we would like to create a video entitled How Students Can Contribute to Cyber Awareness in Their Community. The Internet is one of the biggest staples in modern human civilization. To think that we have a point from having access to nothing to having access to everything is something that we cannot fathom. The Internet encompasses a plethora of things like communication, education, and entertainment. However, when we open up a whole new world to general populations, things start to get out of hand. From cyberbullying, these are all the defects from the Internet, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why we need to stress that students should contribute to cyber awareness in their community. So basically, what is cyber awareness? Cyber awareness refers to the positive well-being of Internet users. It involves an understanding of online behavior and awareness of how to protect oneself. The students should demonstrate respect for self and others and responsible use. The student also should be a peer positive influence by harnessing technology for collaboration, learning, and productivity, as well as the technology for the good of the community.
The Internet nowadays is no longer a healthy place for child anymore. They may get influenced in negative things very easily. 94% of children in Malaysia are exposed to online pornography. It is because 50% of them are using the Internet without parents' observations. In a survey of parents and adults across Asia, 79% reported that either their child or a child they know had been threatened with physical harm when playing online games. Data from numerous studies indicate that social media is now the favorite medium for cyberbullies. Cyberbullying often occurs on Facebook or through text messages. Do you know, minors who are bullied online are 9 times more likely to be victims of fraud than minors who are not bullied? It could be scammers, hackers, hitmen, etc. So we, as students, are responsible to change that. But how?
There are several negative effects of social media that we will discuss. The main problem that we are going to look into is cyberbullying. So, cyberbullying is a condition when someone communicates false, embarrassing, or even hostile information to someone else through online platform. Victims of prolonged cyberbullying often end up with psychological problems such as depression, loneliness, and some even become suicidal. Other than that, social media depression is also such a disturbance by the effect of it. Even though we are always connected by updating our status, sharing what we are watching, listening to, even our locations all the time, but it is not surprised that we are still feel lonely in the middle of all the hyper connection. Technically, this can produce anxiety. I think that everyone just needs a respite from the demands of intimacy, take enough time alone to regroup and just chill.
As a student, I often ask myself how I can contribute to the cyber awareness of my community. After doing some research on the internet, I've come with some answers. Firstly, we can raise awareness for this topic in our community. We can have talks, pasting posters, handing out pamphlets, and posting about cyber awareness in social media. By doing so, we can create a group of people who are eager to be educated on this topic. Then, we need to educate the masses through various methods. This step is crucial to ensure that everybody will know the basics of cyber awareness and how to manage it well. This in turn will help them navigate the cyberspace safely and securely. Next, we need to make the dangers of cyberspace known to our community. Sites that are insecure and are known to harbor malicious programs should be avoided at all costs, as it will attack unsuspecting users who are entering the site. When armed with this knowledge, our community will be safer from these attacks.
So, long story short, there are many ways on how students can contribute to cyber awareness. So basically, students should always take extra precaution when using the internet or any electronic devices. The internet is very big. One with bad intention can even waste others' personal information instantaneously using the right trick. So even students are vulnerable to these kinds of activities. When students contribute to cyber awareness using one of the many ways they can, such as posting positive remarks on social media, sharing healthy and positive content, or harnessing the affordance of technology to do good to society, they can gain lifelong social, emotional competencies and sound value so that they can become safe, respectful and responsible users of the communication information technology. So that's all from me and my friends. Thank you.